Okay, update on our Glitzy girl, and thankfully this is a good update. So after a very, very long night that night, we seemed to improve late into the night and then improve even more into the morning. It was still kind of touch and go yesterday. Today she seems to be pretty much back to normal. She's still here in the air conditioning room and everything, just because I don't want her to go out into the heat or anything just yet. We took her catheter out, as you can see here, and then I wrapped it after to keep it from bleeding, obviously. But I ran fluids to her that first night and into yesterday, and that seemed to definitely perk her up for sure. So did the dehydration have something to do with it? That's very possible. Usually that's not the sole cause though. Usually something happens first and then the dehydration, which the heat definitely contributes to that, probably perpetuated it and made it a little bit worse than what it may have been. But as far as what the cause of it was, we don't know. A lot of times that is a case with colic cases, because as long as their symptoms go away and they're not having any more problems, then there's no reason to really look into it any further, because it can just be a gas colic, which literally just means that they're gassy, or it can be things that are more serious that may come back and become an issue again. Time will tell here. So I obviously really, really hope that's not the case, but Glitzy is 13, so that's not very old for a horse, just in case you're wondering. But it's always possible that something else is going on and it could become an issue down the road. So we're obviously going to keep a very, very close eye on her. She's going to stay here in the air conditioned room for a couple of days just to make sure that she doesn't get stressed or anything. And as long as she's good in a couple of days, then I'll probably put her back out with the rest of the herd. She actually only lives with one other mare and baby, so that's who she'll go out with, is her sister. I want to thank everybody for all your prayers. It was a very, very scary night. We deal with colic all the time, like literally all the time. It's very, very common. But this one was definitely on the upper end of the scale. Definitely not the worst I've ever seen, but it was one that I was definitely more concerned about than the majority of them. So thankfully she has rebounded and recovered, and I just pray that it continues to go like this. So if you guys could say some prayers for her as well, and for me, because I'm going crazy here, that would be great. So if you have any questions about all this, then let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions about anything that went on with her. And just if you guys have any questions about colic in general and anything specifically that you want to know, so just let me know. Okay, so a little update on our little Glitzy girl. So she is doing much, much better. She actually just started actually trying to nibble at some hay. It's been 8 hours now since this first started. It is 2:30 in the morning. This started around 6:30, and it was rough, guys. I mean, she was down a whole lot and she was not getting up, and so I did all the things and nothing was really working. So I had to place an IV catheter, and we ran her fluids. That's what this little homemade contraption is here. After her fluids, she really started to perk up, and you could just see in her eyes that she definitely was feeling better. I know, Glitz. Little girl here has been such a trooper, haven't you?
Yes. She says, my mommy's sick and it's been so scary and I hate it.
Finally moving around and looking better. So I feel decent right now. I'm not going to say that I feel good about this, because this was a pretty bad colic. We deal with all different degrees of colics all the time, but this one was pretty bad. Still say some prayers for her if you can. That would be great, because we're definitely not out of the woods, but she is certainly headed in the right direction.
You're so cute. Look at you.
Her little girl is the cutest little thing. I will continue watching her all night. Just doing some paperwork while I can watch her on camera, make sure everything's okay. I need to get paperwork done anyway, so I guess that's no big deal. But I will definitely update you guys tomorrow. Keep saying some prayers.